the most radioactive man in history, the 83-day nightmare of Hisashi Ouchi. On 2 December 1984, the Bhopal gas tragedy shocked the world. But there is another disaster, much smaller in scale, where a single man suffered more pain than almost anyone in medical history. His name was Hisashi Ouchi, and he became known as the most radioactive human ever recorded. Let's begin. On the 30th of September 1999, at the JCO Tokaimura nuclear facility in Japan, 3 workers, Hisashi Ouchi, Masato Shinohara, and Yutaka Yokokawa, were preparing nuclear fuel. During the process, they accidentally poured 18.8% enriched uranium nitrate into a tank that was never meant to hold such a high concentration. The moment the solution entered, a bright blue flash filled the room. It was an uncontrolled nuclear chain reaction. Radiation alarms went off immediately. The workers tried to escape, but it was already too late. Hisashi absorbed 17 sieverts of radiation. Masato absorbed 10 sieverts. Yutaka absorbed 3 sieverts. For comparison, an average human receives only 6.2 millisieverts per year. Hisashi took more than 2,700 times that annual amount in just a few seconds. He absorbed radiation equivalent to the epicenter of the Hiroshima atomic bomb. Yet unlike bomb victims who died instantly, Hisashi stayed alive. At first, he appeared almost normal, slightly swollen eyes and red skin, but inside, his body was collapsing. When doctors examined him, they discovered something horrifying. His chromosomes were shattered into fragments. His bone marrow was destroyed. His body had completely lost the ability to produce new cells. This meant Hisashi could no longer repair any damage. Every second, his body was dying, with no capacity to heal. Doctors attempted a stem cell transplant from his sister, but it failed instantly. Soon, Hisashi became so fragile that removing a piece of medical tape pulled off parts of his skin. His entire epidermis, the top protective layer, was gone. He was extremely thirsty, but could never satisfy his thirst. He could not eat. Nutrients were pumped directly into his veins. Every needle felt like a knife because his nerves were exposed. Blisters and open wounds spread across his body. One by one, all his organs began shutting down: lungs, intestines, immune system, heart. Hisashi was alive only because machines were forcing his body to function. His wife hoped he would survive long enough to see the year 2000, but the damage was irreversible. After weeks of unbearable suffering, Hisashi went into cardiac arrest. Doctors revived him several times, but his body could no longer respond. After 83 days of unimaginable agony, on December 21st, 1999, Hisashi Ouchi died from multiple organ failure. Masato Shinohara, who received 10 sieverts, also died months later from cancer and organ failure. Only Yutaka Yokokawa survived, though he was later held partially responsible for the accident. 6 company officials were found guilty of negligence. JCO paid $121 million in compensation to thousands of affected people. Japan then tightened its nuclear safety laws to prevent another disaster. But nothing can erase the suffering of the man who absorbed more radiation than anyone in human history. Hisashi Ouchi, the most radioactive man ever recorded.